How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Ryan here, aka Blackbeard TCG, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. So they updated the website posting for the store tournaments that are going to be happening December 2nd. I highly recommend that you guys go ahead and check out this link. The link will be down below in the description because it's going to allow you to find your local store. You can click this link. You can put in, you'll be able to allow your location or put in your address, your zip code, whatever, and then be able to find local stores near you that are hopefully running events so you guys can get your hands on these cards. This has been updated, so definitely check it out. There might have been some stores that are there now that weren't there before. But in today's video, I want to talk about the things that we're going to be getting in our kits when we play at our locals for the duration of December 2nd to February 2023. And then also talk about the tournament formats, which I completely agree with. So let's go ahead and read it, right? So it's nothing new from the last time that I talked about in terms of the overview. But the big new thing here is that it is going to be a best of one with 35 minutes and 5 minutes for time. I think that this is going to be absolutely amazing, in my opinion. I know that at one of the super pre-releases I went to, they did a BO3. Another one that I went to was BO1. The BO1 was a lot smoother, and the event went by so quick, and like everything was timely. It didn't feel like you weren't drained out when you were done. And my other one, we had more players, and it was best of 3. So it was just horrendous, right? I think that unfortunately, this is a game that can't be played best of 3 because the games can go so long. Like really long, especially depends on the decks, right? Like if people are playing Zoro Rush or Red Luffy and stuff like that, like yeah, sure, matches could be relatively quickly, but if you have a mirror match between two blue players, which definitely can happen, or if you have a match between blue and purple that can really go to the grind game, I mean, it's going to take a lot of that time, a lot of the times, and you guys can let me know in the comments below if from your experience, but a lot of times that people that were doing the best of 3s for the super pre-release, they were able to get 1, maybe 2 games in, and then it would end on a draw. But it would most likely be 1 game in, and then once you get to game 2, it would go to time, and then whoever won that game 1 ended up getting more points. So it was just messy. So I'm super happy that it's going to be BO1s. Again, this is a game that doesn't even have a side deck anyway, so it kind of sucks, of course, if you don't get the cards you need, but I guess it just comes down to deck building, as well as, you know, at the end of the day, card games are luck, right? There's always going to be variance, there's always going to be a set of randomness because that's card games, but you just want to be able to put yourself in the best position to succeed. I know a lot of people might be upset at best of ones because they're like, oh, like gimmicky things can happen, like, oh, what if I'm playing purple, I don't see Onigashima. Well, purple actually can still perform without Onigashima. There are builds that have been performing even if they don't see it, so it's not an all or nothing type of build. But yeah, overall, I'm extremely happy with this. This is today's comment question of the day. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited for BO1's 35-minute matches, or are you more of a fan of the BO3s? Let me know in the comment section below and give me a reason why. Like, I'm very, very curious. I want to know if some of you guys actually prefer the BO3s or if you're like me and you prefer BO1s. Okay, so lastly, what I want to talk about is, obviously we already know about our participation prizing. So just by participating, you are going to get a pack that will have one of these cards. You'll get the 2K counter Luffy. You'll get the Luffy that cannot be KO'd in battle by strike characters. You'll get the Yamato, the Law that I really, really want to play set of, the winner ones at least, as well as Kaido, who is going to be really good as well. But we are also going to be getting the Film Red promo cards. If you guys remember, I made a video talking about the fact that we don't have access to the Film Red stuff, which sucks because, you know, in the Asia region releases, when Film Red came out, you went to the movie theater and you got a pack. Well, Film Red came out for us and we didn't get that. So we're also getting this in our kits as well. This is huge. This will be really good for players that want to play Luffy that might not be able to get their hands on alternate arts, or sorry, secret rare Shanks. You'll be able to play promo Shanks. Now, of course, is it as good? Does it have rush? Does it have the ability to bypass blockers? No, but it is going to be a mid to late game offensive powerhouse that you could use at 10k power, a card that you'll be able to use in order to get over 8 cost kid. Like, it's still going to be a solid card that you can use in that deck. So, of course, obviously you want to be running your 3 to 4 copies of secret rare Shanks, but if you can't, go ahead and use this one. You might not have the ideal perfect deck, but you'll still be able to plop off with it. Of course, other cards that we need to talk about. This Trafalgar Law is a must. I highly recommend people pick up 4 of this card just in case. We'll see how the meta continues to develop. If you are playing Red-Green Law, there's a place for this card. If you're playing mid-range Luffy, there's a place for this card. It's really, really good, so I highly recommend that people pick up a playset of this when possible. The next card that I want to talk about, because obviously, as you guys know, I've been planning on switching over to Zoro, is Sunny-kun. Sunny-kun has been going up in price in Japan and all over the Asia region because a lot more people are playing Zoro. If you guys haven't seen it, check the card in the top right. I have a video for my little Zoro beatdown deck where you basically run a whole bunch of 1-drops and just try to really aggress your opponent. And Sunny-kun is another 1-drop that you could play in the deck. So I'm definitely going to be going for a playset of this, 100% without a doubt. If I can only get one playset of any of these cards because of like pricing and all that stuff, or if it's difficult to get, I'm getting for Sunny-kun. Outside of that, also Gordon is a card as well. That is going to be a must because this is also going to be played in Little Zoro in set 2. So I want to pick these up just to be prepared. If you guys watch my content and you guys also want to join in, you can. Helmeppo is a card that you could potentially run too. So there's a lot of cards here that you ideally are going to want to run. If you are playing that Zoro build, I would say though, if you pull Sunny-kun, Gordon, or Trafalgar Law, or even Shanks, it'll be good. If you want to play Luffy, of course, having Luffy as well as Ben Beckman will also be nice. Everything else is kind of meh. This Beppo isn't bad, just because it is another 2k counter that Red has access to now. So yeah, if you need a build that needs more 2k counters, well, you have one in Beppo, right? You're not really going to swing with this ever, but he is a 2k counter that we now have access to. So yeah. Overall, what are your guys' thoughts? We have these new promo cards that are going to be coming in just for participating, which is nice, in addition to our regular participation promo pack. But I'm very curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on the format being best of 1. Let me know in the comment section below. And before I leave, the comment question of the day in the previous video, in my Big Mom video where I was talking about stages, we got OT9999 and they said, I knew that Yellow would have life manipulation effect, predicted this from day 1 before Yellow was even announced because of Digimon. So I actually haven't played Digimon, so I actually don't know about the colors, but I'm assuming that Yellow is a life manipulation mechanic like theme in Digimon, which is why you predicted that. And then he said, can't wait to play with it. Maybe my love for 5 cost Yamato will be justified with it having banish and double attack. Yeah, that's actually true, especially with Kinemon getting a lot more play. Or not a lot more play, it being the best deck right now performing. We'll see. There's actually a tournament that's happening right now in Japan with I think almost 1,000 players, so we'll see if Kinemon continues to top there, but I could definitely see if that's the case. You know, again, Wano package is powerful. It has Yamato with double hit banish, so if Yellow does become a problem, I could definitely see Green still having a really good matchup because of that Yamato. Very, very good insight. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you guys on the next video. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.